I feel like at this point, I start off every single podcast complaining about my microphone. Like, I just tried to record this on my iPad, and like there was like that like static sound, and it just bothers me. I feel like it's here as well. So I'm sorry. I have literally no other like substitute. Like, what do you want me to do? So the mic is coming soon, I promise. Like, it's coming soon, all right? That's all I'm gonna say. It's coming soon. Um, but yeah, so this is like, my little cold open. Oh, that's what I should call it. I'm gonna call this like, my cold open. But yeah, Mike is coming soon, guys. We'll have her here and it'll be nice and crisp. I'm really thinking about having like visuals for the podcast. Like, I really want that for me. Like possibly like me starting a whole new YouTube channel and all that. Like I really want that for me. So, you know what? Big things coming soon, all right? I have to figure out how to do all that, and that might launch soon. So, yeah. Not me making promises, but let's just go right into the intro. It's the King Not Queen podcast. Yeah. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the King Not Queen podcast. My name is Vina, and I am your host. Guys, we're almost 1 year into the podcast, and I haven't even hit 30 episodes yet. Well, I guess it stays true to like my whole like every other week because it's half a year for all the episodes I've done. If I could squeeze them in. But now I'm like self-conscious. Like, how many episodes do I have? Oh, this will be my 23rd episode. Okay, I'm not mad. I can fit in 3 within the next month. Not the promises. Okay, but yeah. Welcome back. It's almost been a year, guys. I can't wait for like my year episode. Like, I'm gonna be so excited. Anyways, not me in the future. Okay, let me stop. So yeah, just like a weekly recap. Okay, first of all, I haven't been here. When's the last day I was here? April 8th. It's literally been a month. I haven't been doing this for a month. Every time I come back, it's the same excuses. They're the same excuses again, and it's gonna get ramped up, and I just need to fit this into my schedule, seriously. But in all honesty, like, half of it has been, like, school and stuff. The other half has been, me being lazy. Anyone else surprised? But yeah, it's mainly just been me being lazy and me not wanting to sit down and record. This is a real talk right now. I like the format of the podcast because I like, watching the movies and like, I like color code all my notes because I like having the different sections. It's hard to do that because I want it to be an every week thing, but it's hard to do that when, I'm not listening to new music and watching new movies every week. But maybe like that's just part of the job. Like, I was just thinking right now, like the Frenemies podcast, which I'll talk about later with Ethan and Trisha, like they talk about new stuff every week, and I just don't understand how they do it. Maybe I need to get like a guest or something. I don't know what I need, but I need to pick up the pace because I want an every week thing. It's just the matter of figuring out how I want to do that. Moving on, school's almost over, so the consistency will pick up as the months move forward, until college. Excuse me. But yeah, school's almost over. I'm so excited. I have like less than a month left. End of May is my last day. That rhymes. And I have like AP tests, and this is a callback to an episode I did I think it was last year. Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. When did I start? Now I'm like, how would I? Oh, I was talking about AP exams last year, about like the scoring and stuff. But the AP exams this year are just, it's a lot. And we really like, it was so difficult I do not wish this on anybody. I know no one wants this wished upon them, but I really don't wish this upon anybody, having to take such an advanced class or any class for that matter, like virtually, because it's just a lot and you're never ever going to get through all the information you need to in a timely manner. Or in a way that you'll retain, because you can go super quick and get through all the material, but are you really retaining anything? That's an issue I'm having at the moment with a certain class. But I'm trying to do my best to study, like see what study habits benefit me as I go into a new chapter of my life. I'm starting to see that like studying, like obviously like doing practice problems are very helpful for me, and just sitting down and actually doing them. And then like, making like a summary. That's mostly for like math stuff. It's hard to study for like psychology and English classes. I'm trying my best. But it's not like I'm like where I'm going for college doesn't even accept AP exams, or like they accept like the math ones, but not as credit, just as a way you can skip. But like there's really no point in me taking them because I don't get credit, and that's the whole point of like AP exam, is to get the credit. So I'm struggling with that situation, but at this point I don't really care. I just want to take the test to see how I do. Like, did I actually retain information? Like, I just want to know how well I'm going to do. And also that information is going to be my benefit, like, in the future if I decide if I want to take a psychology course or any other course. But yeah. But I want to tell this story real quick. So, the past week, it's been really, really nice out. Like, well, not really, really nice out, but it's been like in the 50s, 60s, and sometimes 70s. So, last Sunday or Saturday, it was really, really nice out, and I was working, for most of the day, you could say. That rhymes again. But some guy came in and he was like, "Oh, it's really nice. It was really nice out today." And I was like, "Yeah, and yeah, I know." He's like, "Have you been here all day?" And I was like, "Kind of." I was like, "I really didn't get the chance to be outside that long," which was the truth. And Mans goes, "That's tough." Ugh! And right as he left, and I was like, nah, I don't know why. I was just like, ooh. He really just made me like pause for a second. I was like, no reason to come at me like that, sir. Okay, yeah. But that's my whole weekly recap. Is there anything else? There's really nothing else. More stuff is coming up soon. Like, more exciting things will start happening within the next couple podcasts, so I'll make sure to let you guys know. But we're gonna move into the next segment, so here we go.
Bad movie and TV show review. Bad movie and TV show review. Sometimes they're good though.
Alright, so, it's been a while, so I've watched a few things, but we're gonna let's just start with an actual bad movie. Like, I haven't done an actual bad movie in so long. It's actually bad. So it's called Voyagers, starring our boy Cyclops, Lily Rose Depp, the guy from Bandersnatch, and who else? The guy from Shadow and Bone, ? Colin Farrell, and the girl from Trinkets. So it's a pretty star-studded cast. And so I first heard of the movie from this, I'm trying to find the word. Oh, for an Instagram ad that I saw for it. Like, it was an Instagram story, and like, but you know how between stories they put ads? So between a couple of people's stories, like, I kept seeing this ad, and it was like these teenagers on a ship, they stopped taking drugs, and now they're acting like real teenagers. It's gonna be like partying, and like, just like how earth-deprived teenagers would act on a rocket ship, So I thought it was gonna be interesting. Like, I was kind of getting like Euphoria vibes, but in space. Like Euphoria, like teenage life vibes, but in space. Okay, movie is nothing like that. Nothing like the trailers. The trailers advertise this whole separate, like, they're going crazy on this plane on this spaceship because they're not on drugs anymore. But like, it was something completely different. Like, I don't know. It was just so weird. At first, I thought it was gonna be like that kind of movie, and then it like turned into like sci-fi Lord of the Flies situation, which I feel like I need to read again because I read that in like 7th grade, I think, or like 6th grade, but that's besides the point. Nothing like the trailers. And that's why you can't go into a movie watching trailers sometimes, because they'll say something completely different than what you're expecting. And it's just like annoying because I was expecting this whole other movie and I was like, what is happening? But I don't know. Let me make sure I have the right name for this man. But the guy from I spelled it right. Okay, so he's the guy, he's in Dunkirk. What else is he in? I know him from Bandersnatch, and I've seen him from Dunkirk. I haven't seen Dunkirk before. But he is in Voyagers. His name is, let me get it right, Fionn Whitehead or Whithead. I'm not sure how to say that. But him, I now have a big appreciation for, kind of my king. But what is this guy in? But yeah, he was in it, and he was like the crazy guy, and I was appreciating that he was the crazy guy, but he was like the unnecessarily crazy guy, and also it just makes you think like I would never put children through the experience of having to carry on their backs the weight of like, you are going to be reproducing and creating this new generation. Like, I would never. That is some ethical craziness. Like, that is very unethical. That is not okay. And like, what if you actually do get like a crazy kid? Like, what was his name in the thing though? David? Oh, not David Dobrik. Wait, what was his name in the movie? Not Dunkirk. What was his name in this movie? It was like, wait, am I going crazy? Oh, it was Jack. I was close enough. But that's how I spelled her name. I really loved her name. Okay. But his name is Jack. What if you get a crazy kid like Jack who like wants to kill people? Like, you really have to like know that that's gonna happen and take that chance. And I just, as a scientist, if I was a scientist, would not be willing to take that chance of like raising children and making sure they're not psychopaths. Like, imagine? No thanks. But to be honest, I was hooked on the whole, like, there was like this whole alien subplot, and I was like hooked. I was like, wait, maybe there is an alien, because are we just gonna act like, okay, if you've seen the movie, are we just gonna act like, so there was the part where the supposed alien was that it was like this black thing, like the ship was like rattling, and I heard growls. Like, they just completely just threw away that there was growls happening. Like, that wasn't just the ship, it was growls. I thought there was like an animal on board, like, you know how like you bring animals onto, like, kind of like a Noah's Ark thing. I thought that's what was happening, but I swear, like, in the footage where the supposed alien was, there was like this black mass that was moving towards the camera. Like, did they just, like, totally abandon that? I was so confused. I was like, wait a second. This don't make no sense. But besides that, this was my first time seeing Lily Rose Depp act in something. And I was a little, like, I don't want to say disappointed, because she has a lot to live up to. But I do respect her because of her... I'm just kidding. Let me not even say. But I do respect her because, you know, her dad is Johnny Depp. And, you know, she has, Derek said that she has big shoes to fill. So, whoa. She has big shoes to fill. And I just need to see her in a movie where she's actually, like, acting. Because this is just, like, some sci-fi mess. And I feel like she can act. I just need to see her in something where she's not like a weird side character. That also didn't pass the Bechdel test. I don't think it passed the Bechdel test, if that's how you pronounce it. But moving on. Her name in the movie was Sayla, and I really like that name. Like, I didn't know it was spelt like that. I spelled it in my notes as Sayla, but they're spelling it here Sela. But I really love that name for like a kid, like Sayla. Like, I really like that. It reminds me of like Nala from like Lion King, but like more unique because people started naming their kids like after the Lion King, I think, or something like that. But now I'm off on a tangent. But what am I doing? Yeah, okay, so that's it for Voyagers. Go watch it. I warn you, it's nothing like the ads. I was very interested based off the ads. I thought it was gonna be like a party situation, and it just wasn't. Like, it wasn't. Like, there was parts, but like it was very scattered. I don't know. It was just a weird movie. Okay. For the TV portion, I have 2 shows, both Amazon Prime originals actually. But okay, so there's Invincible, which I don't remember if I talked about this. Let me go back to my notes. But I don't think I talked about... I did. Yeah, and I said I slept through a very traumatizing episode. Okay, going further with that. So it just finished last Friday. Oh my god. I was traumatized. Like, physically and emotionally traumatized by how much blood and gore there was in this show. Like, it was just so graphic, obviously for a reason, because it's like a comic book. Like, you need to stay accurate to the comic book. Like, oh my goodness, it was just so much. Like, it ended with a fight between the father and the son, and it just was not good. Like, not the TV show wasn't good. The TV show was great. But just all the gore was just a lot. And it kind of reminds me of, like, how gory, Umbrella Academy... No, not Umbrella Academy! What am I saying? How gory... Well, a little bit about Umbrella Academy. But more of how gory also Amazon Prime show The Boys is. So unnecessarily gory. Like, they were, like, slamming people's heads. Like, same exact feel. Amazon Prime has no limits. Like, you will never see any of that on Netflix, let me just say. But, yeah, I really like the show. I really recommend it if you like superhero, also teenager, related, but also, like, heavy subplot, you know? That's who I recommend it to. And then the last show is Them. I did not finish it because I am scared. Kind of scared. So basically it's about it's based in the 1950s, I believe, 1953, and it's about this black family that moves into an all-white neighborhood. We know the 1950s era, we know the racism, and it's just, like, in my opinion, very overt. Is that the right word? Just very unnecessary racism. This sounds so ignorant, but obviously the racism was so bad then, worse than it is now, obviously, because just of the era and the people. But oh my goodness, like, it just makes you think when you're watching it, like, wow, people are just this unnecessarily racist. Like, people really acted like that. Like, they were sitting outside the family's house playing, like, stereotypical music and just sitting there and staring at them. Like, people did that. Oh, it's just so crazy. Like, I didn't know that happened. I knew, obviously, that there was a lot of racism, but I didn't know it went to that extreme. And I don't think they're just making that up. I feel like that actually happened. And I'm just like, wow, this is like, oh my, this is a lot of racism. Like, it's like crazy. And it's just like, why do they care so much that, like, a black family moves in the neighborhood? Like, they're clearly, like, not bothering anyone, and the only time, like, they come out of their house to approach them is when the neighbors are acting racist. Like, it's just, like, so awful. And I need to watch it during the daytime because it is really scary. Oh my god, that was so scary. Sorry if that cut off like very abruptly. Whew. Oh my goodness, that was terrifying. I was just talking about how scary it was, and then my alarm for the end of my study hall just went off, and literally my heart is pounding right now because I'm like, oh, it felt like a jump scare. Oh my goodness, that was so scary. Anyways, it's like the rate, like, obviously there's racism, but that's not even scary. Like, it's the fact that there's some sort of like supernatural presence, and that is the part that's scary, because I just like, I had to cover my eyes multiple times because of how scary it was. Like, oh, it was so scary. And I don't know what it is, and like what this like, I don't even know if it's a supernatural force or if it's like the neighbors messing with them, but it is like so scary, and I want to watch it at night, like in the comfort of my room, like, but I also want to watch it during the day because it is really scary. And I just like, I don't know. And I feel like it's going to get even worse as the episode's going on. Like, I'm only on episode 2 and I'm legit scared. But the little girl in the show, I have so many questions for how children act, because I know, like, obviously now I'd be able to like memorize like lines and stuff, but this girl is like no more than like 6 years old. She cannot be more than 6 years old, and she has a lot of lines, and she is like a really good actress, and I applaud her. She's so cute, and she is so good for like this horror like genre, but also just to be like a little kid. Like, she's really cute, but it's just very scary. Lots of racism, and not that those two are, not that the racism is like scary, like jump scary. It's scary to like know that stuff happened, but the fact that there's like ghosts maybe is like happening, I don't really know, and I am scared. But yeah, that's the end of that segment. I wish I could have gotten what I had to say before my alarm went off, but that's it for this segment, guys. We're gonna move on to the next segment. I have not really perfected the intro for Artist Spotlight, but I'm gonna play it anyways because I promised that I would have it by the next episode. So here it is. Artist Spotlight. Yeah. Yay. All right. I just listened to it myself. Let me just preface this by saying I am not a music producer. I am not a singer. I am not a producer. I am not a singer. But just don't make fun of me for it being bad, okay? It's bad, but I feel like it's funny. Like, the drum comes in. I was just silent for a second because I was thinking about something. But anyways, so let's just get right into it. So, the first song, y'all, Billie Eilish's album is coming out July 30th. I will be making a whole in-depth review on my YouTube channel, reviewing that album, saying my favorite songs. You just don't know how hyped I am. My heart literally dropped when the announcement came out. It was so exciting. She's on the cover of British Vogue, I think. She looks amazing with the blonde hair. Also, we see her tattoo, or tattoos with an S. But her tattoo, I think it's either like a dragon or like a lady. But oh my goodness, so beautiful! I'm so happy for her that she's able to like, embrace herself and not have to like, I don't want to say hide, but I'm just gonna say hide for the matter. But hide herself. She can just be herself, because like, in this Vogue interview that she did, like, it was like she was like acting the part of like the 50s girl, and then immediately is just herself again. Like, it just shows like that she's finally comfortable with herself. She could still be herself. She could still be like Billie Eilish, like who she is, but be able to change her appearance. Like, I don't know, it's just so awesome. But the song that came out is called Your Power. I love this song so much. Like, it really, like, how all the people are saying, so, like, are really encapsulating how I feel about it. It's just like such a good message, and like the tea of like with her, like her ex-boyfriend 6+1, like it's just kind of really out here like that. Like she's really doing the thing, and I don't know, it's just, I'm just so happy for her that she's able to like be that vulnerable in a song, um especially knowing that like we know the contents of the song, because like we, like, obviously we knew like the content of some of her other songs, but like we really know now, especially like after the documentary, like we know. And the fact that she knows we knows and she still put it out, it's just, I don't know, I just find that very empowering for her and like very cool. But the message of the song is beautiful. I love, like, when I heard the guitar opening, I was like, yes, like this is gonna be very easy to play on my ukulele, because like it's an all guitar song. And then the music video, like I never put it past her that she would use like a real snake. Like I would never like put it I would never put it past her, because I just knew that I was like, part of this is real. This has to be a real snake. Like it's not just all CGI. Obviously when it's around her neck choking her, it's not real, but like, is it? She definitely let it get close. I know that she wanted that snake to actually like be around her neck, but she knew that like it would probably kill her. So she was like, let me just CGI. I know she wanted it to be all practical. Like, I know. Because we're just on the same wavelength like that. Anyways, okay, yeah. Moving on. This is off Justin Bieber's album Justice, I think it is, the song Hold On. I heard my mom play it like a month ago, I think, and then I heard it on TikTok, and I was like, I kind of like this like boppy like pop music. It just reminds me of old Justin Bieber a little bit. Like, I don't know, like the whole like kind of like spacey like and then it's kind of like up in the air and then comes grounded down to a beat. I really like that song. And then yeah, I haven't talked about this, but my Brockhampton's album Roadrunner came out. The last podcast I did was 2 days before it came out. But wait, let me check if it was. Yeah, it was the day, but that's what last podcast I posted was the day before it came out. And you know, I, Final Consensus, love this album with my whole heart. I thought I was only gonna like certain songs, and then like I really love like the song Windows. I think it's like 6 minutes long, and I love that song. Every single person is on that song. Like I don't know if Kevin is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, that part, oh my goodness, it's very good. And then my boy Bareface, he raps at the end, my king. But anyways, I love it. And also very thankful, because I posted my whole reaction to the video on YouTube, and I got some good feedback. Like I got a lot of people watched it, and I got comments from people like I don't even know, I guess, but like there was this comment that was like finally like a girl reacting to it, and like every single time I watched like a reaction video for this album, it was all men. Like, where are the girl Brockhampton fans? And now I'm like, I love them, like I love their music and stuff. I don't know why people are hating. Maybe it's just because I'm uneducated on the topic of why Brockhampton is canceled, but I don't know what's happening. Like, people are not liking them anymore, and I don't understand. Like, maybe it's just like separating the music from the artist, because the music is really good, but like I feel like with them it's a little bit difficult to separate the music from the artist, because it's such personalized music. Like, you can't help but think about, you know, Kevin's life or like anyone's life when you're listening to the music. Like, it's hard to separate. Like, I understand, like, maybe like Chris Brown's like stupid, like with this girl, it's easy to separate Chris Brown and his music, but I feel like it's a little bit more difficult with Brockhampton because of how personal the music is, if that makes sense. But someone let me know why they're canceled, because I see it all over TikTok. And even like Kevin's ex-boyfriend didn't even know like they broke up. Kevin's ex-boyfriend is like also on the hate train, and I'm like, what's going on? I'm about kind of confused. But yeah, yeah. So we're moving on to the next segment. I don't have the intro for that yet. That will be for next episode. But all right, taking a scroll. The James Charles sister scandal. I don't know what this man's gonna do. I feel like my opinion on the matter is a little controversial, so I'm not gonna go into depth. But I don't know. I feel like we have everything in front of us, and we just need to comprehend whether or not it is true. Is James Charles telling the truth? Are the people coming forward telling the truth? Are people lying in both parties? You know, that's where I'm at. And I feel like there's a lot of things happening without much proof. So I feel like I cannot have an opinion. But when this whole thing first came out, I just don't understand why people have to lie. That's all I'm going to say. I don't understand why people have to lie. I don't understand. To just tell the truth, not tell the truth always, but where it is unnecessary for you to lie, just don't. Just tell the truth. There's no reason to, lie about, whether or not certain allegations have happened if there's clear proof. There's no point to lie, but there's also no point to lie about your age. What is the point? You should be braced for the impact of your decisions. You should be braced for the impact if you lie about allegations that people say about you. You should be braced for the consequences if people know you're lying. You should also be braced for the consequences if you lie about your age. People in both parties are, needed to be prepared for their lies. So that's all I'm gonna say. Moving on. The David Dobrik, Jeff Wittek stuff, kind of crazy. I knew something happened, or we were lacking something last year because I watched Danny Heath's podcast. They were like, oh, we went to Utah. It's going to be coming out in a few days. I'm like, oh, where's this mysterious Utah vlog? And it just never came out. So I knew something was weird there. I also knew that Jeff got into an accident, but I thought it was dirt bikes or something. And then it came out, and this man has me scared of excavators. I drove past 4 of them the other day, and I was like, ooh, no. It's very, no. I just don't, no, it's kind of gross, and I feel so bad for him that he had to go through that. I'm very much disappointed in, I'm very much disappointed in David for, not being there for him, when the whole accident happened. I was just like, wow. I understand that he didn't know what to do, but also, you should just know to just be a friend. And I understand, he feels guilty, but, a way to relieve yourself of that guilt is to be around the person. And maybe he just doesn't have that emotional understanding yet, but, he's gonna have to get it sooner or later because he's, a 25-year-old man. Let's go, please. But, other than, is he 25? I think he's gonna be 25. But besides that, it's just a lot of drama and stuff added onto his already allegations happening within the last, month and a half. Next, Gabby Hanna is very much going crazy. And I'm not saying it to make fun of her. I'm actually worried about her because the behavior that I see, on her Instagram stories is very worrying. And I'm with Trisha on this. Trisha is definitely and genuinely worried about whether Gabby is okay or not. And, I can't help but just be agree with Trisha on this. Like, she's not okay, and I feel bad because, like, I don't know what has triggered her. I don't know what has happened, but she's definitely acting different in a way that doesn't seem like herself. I don't know. And maybe we just never really knew the real her, and that could be the case. But I don't know. It's just, she has me a little bit worried about her her safety or her mental health. So all well wishes go out to Gabby. But also she's being annoying. Like, she's, like, coming at Trisha for no reason. Like, I'm a Trisha stan now. Like, she's coming at Trisha for no reason. Coming at people, tagging them, sending her fans to go hate on people for really no reason. That's old drama that happened, like, years ago. Like, and then she admits to, like, over-exaggerating. So, and she really just wants to be name dropped on the Frenemies podcast. That's the funniest thing. She really just wants the clout of being on the Frenemies podcast, and I find that hilarious because they're not going to give it to her. It's just so funny. But yeah, that's it for today. That's all I had. For my closing piece, let's see. Oh, my college reactions video. Why did I write videos? I only have one. My college reaction video is coming out soon on my channel. I'm very excited for it to come out. I feel like I recorded it and it's already edited, but I don't know. Part of me feel like I've always thought about this, whether I've been thinking about wanting to do one since 8th grade when I started my YouTube channel, or end of 8th grade. I just, like, feel bad for posting it, but, like, why do I feel bad? Like, it's my achievements, you know? So I feel like I should be able to post that. And also just, like, those people were there for me when I wanted to see their videos, and they probably had the same thought process, but they still posted it, and I found it very beneficial and very entertaining to watch their reactions. So, you know, I'm just gonna pass it on. I can't believe I'm in the position I am where I why am I saying it like I have so many? I'm just saying I'm thankful I'm in the position where I'm able to give back to someone who is maybe like me, who wanted to see someone get into a certain place and see their reaction. Albeit my reactions are not that good. They're very dull, because I didn't know how to react to certain things. Like, I reacted to my Harvard one, like I was excited, but everything else was just like I don't know. I don't know. But that's all I'm going to say. I'm also going to try to be doing the podcast every week now. So, you know, just have a heads up. Please tell your friends about the podcast. Because I really want to, like, upgrade and start recording and stuff. And I want to have, like, an audience for that. But, yeah. So, make sure to email me with any suggestions. Ow, there's a scar in here. With any suggestions, stories you want to tell, stories you want me to tell, movies, TV shows, artists, any social media drama you want me to talk about. I'm here. I'm open. My emails are open. Any sponsors you want to come up in my emails, you know, send me a few, like, things in the mail. You know, make sure to email me at kingnotqueenpod. Again, it's kingnotqueenpod at gmail.com. And yeah, I will see you guys next week for the podcast. Make sure to tune in, and yeah, bye.